Get ready for the most motivated, innovated, and liberated topics to discuss, where happiness is not limited to 1 hour. And we encourage you to live, love, and laugh with your host, Patrice.
Well, thank you, ladies, for joining me. Like I said, we're going to be talking about dating in your 20s, your 30s, and your 40s. And one thing I can truly say I love about you ladies is that y'all are all single. Y'all all are in y'all careers, doing very well in your careers, very established, and y'all don't have any kids. But however, y'all still desire to want to date, get married, and possibly have kids one day. So I'm so grateful to have you ladies. So let's go ahead and just get started. So I know y'all hear this question a lot, probably from men. Why are you single? So who like to go first? I know that's like the question everybody asks. Why are you single? Why are you single, Jakiria?
I'm single because I'm just living life right now, having fun, enjoying myself in my 20s, younger age.
As you should. And how old are you?
21.
Yeah, I remember when I was 21.
Yeah,
so
me
yeah,
too.
we can all relate.
At the time, right, I would get in a relationship.
Okay, but it got to be the right one.
Yeah.
Time. So like,
I ain't rushing it right now.
Okay, perfect. I was gonna ask you that question too. So Lisa, why are you single?
I'm single but dating.
Okay, see,
So-
and that's why I have y'all here, single but dating.
So I stayed single for a very long time because there just wasn't anybody that was seemingly interested in me or me interested in them.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole dating thing didn't happen until I guess last couple of years or so.
Okay, that's what's up. Jackie, why are you single?
Well, I'm actually dating.
Okay.
So because I just hadn't ran into the right person.
Mm-hmm.
The right person. Everybody that come and approach you be on some other type of stuff.
Right.
That I'm not on.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I get it. I definitely get it. So do you, Jakiria, do you currently have a crush on someone?
I'm dating around. I might like one.
One. Lisa, you got a crush on someone? Y'all have actually like crush on one, like,
There's one particular person, yeah.
okay. Jackie? She said no. Is that, and I guess that's why it's called dating, you know, because you date and see, you know what I'm saying, who's a suitable guy.
Right.
And vice versa. Men do it too.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, as women, like, you know, with dating, it doesn't come easy, especially for, you know, when you have yourself together, you're well established. And like I say, you ladies don't have any kids, never been married. Y'all are, you know, doing very well in your career. My hats go off to you. Like, I really appreciate and admire you ladies, like, seriously. So what's the most challenging thing that you have experienced with dating, especially with COVID?
Probably keeping connected, staying connected to
the guy.
To the guy,
Yeah.
Staying connected is a big deal because you can see each other, of course, but you definitely have to be safe in doing
Right.
so. And with everybody's different views on vaccination and unvaccination, you have a lot.
Yeah, to
kind of
consider.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
true.
do.
yeah. So I mean, and then they have on a mask. So, you know, if you meeting someone for the first time and you're out in the store and they have on a mask, you have on a mask. So it's like we reading each other's eyes.
Exactly.
Pretty much it.
That's really what you're reading.
So your eyes saying the same thing my eyes saying. But I don't know because that one over there look a little cockeyed.
Right.
A little lazy.
Or lazy, right? Yeah. You just don't
So
know.
yeah, I get it. Do you believe in love? Do y'all ladies still believe in love? Like
I do.
being in love?
Yeah,
I do.
I do. Yeah.
21, 30, 40. That's what's up. That's what's up. Because I am a hopeless romantic. I believe in love. And I have tried to introduce all three of you ladies to a guy. Not the same guy. But a guy that I felt like would be suitable, in my opinion, for you ladies. Because I believe in love. And I want to see you ladies like in love and happy, and I want to be there to witness, even marriage and baby showers for all you ladies. I'm gonna be our biggest first. I'm gonna be the first one there. So I have tried to introduce all three of you ladies to someone. Unfortunately, it's the guy's loss.
Yes,
Definitely.
most definitely.
So, are you open to online dating? Either of y'all open to online dating?
I'm not.
You're not.
Because I just feel like people now, they be catfishing people. Like,
Right, and then yeah,
because they'll have like an old profile picture, and then you be thinking, oh, he look good. And then you see him, he like,
so it sounds like you tried it.
I've tried it before.
Okay.
I ain't gonna say that's why I'm not open to it at all.
Okay, Lisa.
I did sort of kind of try it. I did like a profile and things, but I just never felt completely comfortable. However,
Right.
I know people who have, and they've had good results.
I've done online dating before. I have done, and I have had a good result.
Okay.
And people probably would never have known that about me.
No,
But let me tell you, my profile picture was like from the side. I had on some shade. I was just like, it wasn't no straight up, you could see my face and, like, oh yeah, that's Patrice. It wasn't like that. But I have done some online dating. Would you think of consider doing online dating, Jackie?
I wouldn't.
No.
Most people we meet in person or we already know each other.
Okay. So it's like
But if I don't know them, they probably exchange their information with me and then we go on like that. But I wouldn't do online dating.
Okay.
I find that interesting because of your generation being so, savvy with the computer, social media.
A lot of people are into it, but me personally, I rather be able to see you in person first.
Yeah, that's a good rule.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that.
And then, like you say, you got on the mask, so you really got to, look at that person, like you say, their eyes and see if
Right.
there's some kind of connection and talk to them and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, I did do online dating in my lifetime, and it was successful. I was surprised. I was nervous, but I'm the type of person, I'll try anything once. And then not only that, they say you try something different, you get different results.
Right.
True.
So I'm
Yeah,
not
true.
opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it.
Very true.
So, would y'all do, I guess if I tried to set you up with someone, are you open to a blind date if someone else tried to? Y'all just,
I'm open to dates.
you open to
I'm
date?
open
So
to
we get to get to
dating
know each
people
other.
and getting to know people, but
But I'm talking about like a real blind date, like you, like Sister Clark want to introduce you
No.
to her
I'd
grandson.
probably be scared.
oh no,
I want to see their face.
No,
Because I don't want to be disappointed when
I want to be able to hear their voice, see what they sound
I
like.
sort
So
of
they-
tried that sort of. And,
Somebody tried to do.
yeah. And then I had friends who, like I said, have had that and their experiences didn't go
Yeah.
well. So
Now that I've never did. I can't say that I have a blind date. No, because like you say, you don't know, like what that catch is gonna be like on the other side. Like when you
And
got
I
to
feel
sit
like
there.
No,
you have
ma'am.
to have all kinds of contingency plans if things go real left.
Mm,
That,
Like,
Right.
should you get up and leave?
yeah.
If he
Oh, I'm
bad
be
looking?
texting you before I get there, Jackie. When I send you an emoji, that means you need to call my phone and act like it's an emergency.
Right.
I don't
Right.
want to be in an
friend.
awkward situation.
Right.
Right.
I gotta go to the restroom.
And never come back.
Don't even.
Right. I'm definitely with you with that.
Yes,
one.
ma'am.
I'm with you when you right. Do you think that there's still some good men out there?
I do.
Yes.
Honestly do.
Yeah. I do.
You think
Now
that-
finding them
I
is the
mean,
key.
I do.
Finding them is the key.
that is definitely the key. But patience.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm no expert on dating. I have dated or whatever and been married and all that such. I'm no expert on dating. This is just, our views as black women, like I say, but that is the key. And I do still believe that there are a lot of good men out there. A
I
lot
would
of good
also say
men.
recognizing a good man too, because
Come on.
I think that finding them is one thing, but can we recognize a good
When
man?
there
Right.
you go.
Found him,
There
because
you
I
go.
think we've all, I can speak for myself being my age, that dealt with different types of men, and some may not be able to distinguish who's good
and good for you.
And good for you.
Yeah.
At the same time. Yeah. I would say that's a second part.
And not only that, even what we may say or think is good, depending on where we at in our life. So, for instance, Jakira is 21. What she may classify at her age as a good man in her age bracket, you know what I'm saying, versus where we at as older, 30s, what she may classify, and so on and so forth.
Right.
So it just depends on where that guy is in his life at his stage, and where we at too at our age and our stage of life and things like that. So yeah, because like in my age group, I'm not finna talk to nobody that's 21, because I'm like, baby, you got your whole life.
But that's who approach people. That's who approach me, younger guys, and I'm like,
because they're not ready.
They're not ready for that.
Right.
What I'm ready for.
Exactly.
Right.
But now we might be like, but you still a good guy. You still a good man. However, I have like Jakira 21, like she's got her own everything. She's doing very well for herself, her own business. She got a good job, career. She don't have any kids. You would be the ideal good man at your age for her.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Right.
An older guy might come to her, want to be a whole sugar daddy. And they do.
She may not want to pass that up.
Girl, at that age, it's tempting.
Exactly. Okay, I'm gonna leave. But you get what I'm saying. I'm gonna leave that alone. Right. I'm gonna leave that alone. So here's another question. So listen, ladies, would you say finding a good man? You got to find if there's still some out there, but it's just finding a one. Would you approach a man?
I have.
I have too.
Yeah.
I haven't.
I have a lot, and
I have a lot
nervous,
too.
but
okay. So let's hear. So you have approached a man, and I don't have no problems with approaching a man, and because I feel like if I see it, I want it, and I'm going to get it. And sometimes guys might be intimidated by you, or don't want to have that fear of rejection. So when you say you approach a guy, and you say, so let's, so say you at a football game, and you see a guy, Jakira, and you like, ooh. So what would you do? How I
probably go over nearby him and probably flirt a little, like, hey, or compliment him on something, whatever he got on. I'm like, I like your shoes, and then go in with the conversation like that.
yeah,
that's me.
That's how I go in.
Yeah.
You start with something like the shoes or something.
Yeah, something small. Kind of bat your eyes. That's what's up. I like that because I almost felt like I was the only one that was bold enough to approach a guy, and I'm very confident within myself. And, like I say, if I see it, I want it. Not to say that every time I go and approach a guy, that they're not, in a relationship or married or whatever the case may be or whatever. But, hey, if I see it, I want it.
Right.
And I feel like as women, like it's double standard. Like, and the guys be like, they don't do it because they're afraid of rejection. So sometimes they be wanting that.
Mm-hmm. This is true.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, well.
No problem.
Right. Okay, so like, what are your turn-ons? No, not turn-ons. What are your turn-offs and like your pet peeves and like deal breakers? Like,
my pet peeve is a liar. I don't have no understanding for that at all, because I feel like if I'm being honest with you, we're not even in a relationship. There's no reason for you to lie.
Right.
So, I mean, be straight up,
And they start off from the get-go.
Start off, you know what I'm saying, and you later on down the line, you start hearing trickles of lies.
Yeah, yeah. And we as women, we're detectives now. We know. We very detective. Lisa, what are your deal breakers?
I have to be honest and say I don't have a whole lot of deal breakers. I used to have a lot.
And that comes with growth.
But I don't have a whole lot of deal breakers. I do think the honesty and trustworthy part is just overall something that is really important to me. But as far as like a deal breaker, I don't think I really have a whole lot of them.
Okay. What's your deal breaker?
Deal breaker. I mean, at my age, too many kids for me is a deal breaker.
And I get it, because you, like you say,
Okay.
you're 21,
Understand.
you don't have no kids, your body banging, and
If you got too many kids, I don't mind a guy having like 1 or 2, but if you got like 3, 4, 5,
It's the baby mamas for me.
Yeah.
When you have more than one baby mama, that's too much drama.
yeah,
that's what I
Yeah.
don't want to deal with. I don't want to put myself in
right, and I
Too
get
many
it.
baby mamas, too much drama.
Yeah, I get it. Trust me. I'm big on consistency. You got to be
that too.
consistent.
Yeah, that's
You
a
got to
good
be
one.
consistent.
That's another one.
I'm big
yeah.
on communication, and
Yeah.
that's part of it. That goes hand in hand.
That's a big
So, if you show me that you can't be consistent, then that's a deal breaker, and that you kind of pick up on, that person's, if they're going to be able to be like that at the beginning.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
Yeah, like you switching up like 1 week, and I know things happen, so you be open minded, at first when you get to know that person and kind of learning their, traits and stuff, and vice versa. But consistency,
That is a big one.
That's definitely a big one.
yeah,
I think that goes alongside of trustworthiness.
yeah, because then all that's gonna
Trust.
tie in together,
Yeah.
and then
Trust
before you know it, you're gonna be side eyeing them, and you're gonna be like, "But you told me." And then as Black women, men are already go ahead and be like, "Oh, you got that attitude and you got this and this." No. No. Wait a minute. That's not even the case. I'm just saying, like, I sit and I observe and you listen, and people show you eventually who they really are.
Oh yeah.
They will.
It comes out real.
Yeah. Once the smoke clear, you better
Yep.
start paying attention.
Very true.
You better stop paying attention, and that's why I'm big on consistency, because if you consistently doing the same thing, then I'm like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Then when you start
Kinda
all over the place, you be looking
Folding
like
a little bit. Mm-mm.
right,
I like consistency too. It let me know that you're interested.
right.
It
I mean,
does.
yeah.
It
like,
does.
do y'all do you think social media is a good or a bad place? Like,
With your relationship,
yes, that's what. Yeah, as far as when you're dating someone, do you think social media is a good?
I do, because everybody has an opinion on everything, and I feel like if you put something out there for them to like see or judge you on, they're gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna do it. I mean, so I think it play a big part. I personally
Yeah, I
don't
feel like it
like
play a
social media like that, to be putting my personal business.
While
you
you're
don't know what I
dating.
want you to know.
I would agree on that because, again, like she said, that judgment part. If you don't want anyone to speak on your relationship, you just don't put your relationship
Right,
out there
right.
for people to see. And I do think it's something in, and this is just something I've learned as getting older. I do think there's something in. It's not about keeping your relationship a secret, but keeping your relationship private.
Right.
Because you just, like she said, you have so many opinions. And people will have you breaking up with somebody. They'll have you divorcing somebody.
Right.
They'll have you not even talking to somebody that, otherwise you would not, you would have probably talked to or given a chance to.
Right.
But social media,
Soon as you put it on
it's
there.
stuff out
Social
there,
media know
stuff out there.
everybody.
Okay.
They know everybody's boyfriend, mama,
Right.
cousin.
Right. And what?
Hey,
What?
we can.
Right. That's the only thing that's like, are we kissing cousins?
Exactly. Now that might be useful to know.
You got a point there. But like when okay, so when you're dating someone, and you're out on a first date or a second date, and they're on their phone on social media or whatever, like how you ladies take on that? Like, is that a
me,
That
I
mean
don't. If we're on a date, I want your full attention.
as you should?
Yeah. You should be focused on me, not social media.
Yeah.
True.
Because guys can do it. They try. I have heard that they say women do it, but guys can do it too.
I don't mind you checking your phone, but not like the whole time.
Right. Yeah. I
I would
mean,
agree.
yeah. Give that respect. I want your undivided attention. Tell me, like what color my eyes is, and listen. Let me know that you really in tune with what we got going on, or else I'm gonna leave
Yeah.
and I'm gonna block you.
Oh, no.
Listen. if they had like some of these technologies and things you can do on your phone back in the day, they like when I probably was her age, like blocking.
Man, it wasn't even an option.
It wasn't. It was
Like
not
you
an
can block
option.
people so fast.
We're talking more than one person.
I like when I was dating, right? When I was dating, like when I was younger, we had pagers. So
Yes, I remember those pages.
it wasn't no
911.
Yeah, that's how you know it was time to call your boo babe. So times has definitely changed when come to dating as well of that aspect, because like the technologies. I'm old school. I'm very, very old school. So when I'm dating someone, we're not gonna be texting all that. No, I need to hear, and we need to
your
sit on the
voice.
phone and have a conversation. All that texting, that's a relationship. That's how y'all communicate. Because then that could be misconstrued as well too.
That's very
Right.
true.
So when you're trying to really get to know someone, no, you text me too many times. And I can see during the day if we at work or something like that. But if you texting me like all the time during our relationship, no.
What you hiding? That's my next thing.
Oh, wow.
You know,
So-
'cause all that.
Right.
By the time I get to jumping, they'll jump in them trees.
That's true.
And then like I'm not on social media, so like when I say I'm not on social media, like I don't have a personal like page or interactions and stuff like that. So it's like I hear people, but this is only what I hear. Like people like, I just saw him on social media, but then he's not answering his phone.
Right. You just see somebody active and you're like, okay.
Taking
so
pictures in the
doing all
club.
kinds of things.
Yeah.
So I can understand.
I mean, like, are you like for your age, like 21? That's the norm, and is that acceptable to you, or are you just so used to the whole texting?
Me, I don't like really texting all day back to back, but it is what our age do.
Yeah, and it's the norm.
Yeah.
Like if he, so okay, well yeah. So let me ask you a question, Jackie. This question's for you. What would your 21-year-old say to you now? Like as far as like dating, having kids, and getting married, like when you was 21 versus now, like would you still have taken the route like
I don't know, cause when I was 21, I was living life. I was like I had friends and things like that, but I didn't get into a serious relationship until I was like maybe like 25, and I think that was probably like the worst for me when I got into a relationship at that age, because I felt like I was too much invested in that one person. Like I didn't see nobody else when I got with that person. That was with him for 6 years.
oh wow.
So
Okay.
and it's just like I think another reason why I am so like guarded with my feelings and being in a relationship with anyone, because of how that hurt carry on.
Right.
So
yeah.
I try not to like, let that
Fester.
fester and then mess up something else that could be
Right.
a possible good thing for me.
Right. So like, did you know like what age or what area in your life were you when you was ready and you knew like, okay, I'm ready to have kids? Like they say our biological clock is ticking, you ready to get married, the whole thing.
I say right at 30.
Right at 30. Yeah.
Right at 30 is when I like really wanted to settle down, really wanted a family and wanted marriage. But
When it didn't happen, were you
it just was like I wanted it, but it was like everything was on hold for him, and I'm like, that's not gonna work for me.
right.
You know. So with women, we'll take so much, and then we'll just be like,
But that's unfair.
it's unfair. You
Right.
know, I don't want to be a stepmama all the time. I want to have my own kids.
I know that's right. Raise little Juju
Okay.
with his bad self. So Lisa, like when you like, what can you say? Because like even like with you had the whole college and then career. So like when did you realize like you was ready to get married and start having kids? And
I've always wanted to be married and have children. And
Even when you was like 4 and you was playing with your baby dolls.
I won't say 4. I would say I know like 16, 17.
Oh, okay.
I actually had like a whole plan. So as soon as the college and the career got together, I was like, okay, now I do want to be married and settle down. And it didn't happen. And I think my only regret would be that as I got older, I didn't pay more attention to my desire to have children and taking that seriously because, you know, not knowing that as you get older, it's not easy.
Right.
And so that would be something that I would say if I could go back a couple
you'd
years,
probably change some things.
I would change some things in that regard.
Yeah. So, Jackie, what is your plan like as far as like when do you see yourself possibly like ready to have kids, get into like a serious relationship?
I do want to have kids probably like when I'm 25. I feel like that's a reasonable age. And I have more stuff I want to accomplish right now.
Okay, as you should.
That I want to do before
Yeah.
I have kids. A relationship, I don't mind being in a relationship right now.
Okay, what's that on your neck? Oh, okay. So yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it. So like for me, I had my kids young, very young. I had my first son when I was 17. So I grew up with my kids. I didn't life was always chosen for me when I decided to have a child at that age. So my life is kind of backwards. So now that I'm older and my kids are grown and, you know, so on and so forth, now I'm doing everything backwards versus like doing it, waiting a while and start dating. And then by the time I get, because I never even wanted any kids. And people are like, what? No, I never even wanted any kids. So that's why I admire you ladies too, because I'm like, if I could be in y'all shoes.
You wish you waited.
I wish either I waited or just didn't have any kids at all. But I love my kids. I wouldn't change it for the world. They play a big part, you know, as to who I am today. And then I've learned a lot with dating. And when you are a single mother and you're dating, you have kids. So I've learned a lot as far as that as well too. But when I was growing up and I was playing with my little baby dolls and, you know, I didn't think of it like, oh, I want a family, I want a big old house, I want 5 baby kids. No. It was never none of that for me. I just was like, I got kids? Okay. Yeah. All right. But yeah, dating in itself, also, like I say, when you're a single mom and you're dating, that's a challenge. And then because then not only you, like what you were saying, Jackie, like you don't want certain things that you had in past relationships or stuff like that to fester into others.
Right.
So then not only am I thinking about my feelings and how, you know, my hurt and so on and so forth, I'm thinking about my kids as well too, like the father figure and, you know, things of that nature. Or even when I was with their dad, I had to also look at him side-eyed, like, as the man that, do I want to spend the rest of my life with this man? But when you're young, it's hard to tell.
Right.
True.
Because you still learning yourself and you still trying to figure out what you want to do with your life. So,
and a lot of guys in my age, they trying to figure out themselves too.
Right.
Trying to figure out what they want to do.
Yeah. So that's why we're here. Like the difference between dating in your 20s, 30s, and 40s. And I even know older women in like their 50s, single, never been married, don't have no kids. And I have actually sat down and talked with them, you know, and got their point of view on it too. And so, you know, I just like, hey, I ain't want no kids now. Don't. But like I say, I love my kids. I love my family. I love all the experience I have, you know, as far as dating or whatever. But I'm no expert. I'm trial and error, and I get it. I understand. Like, and then now I'm in my career, so that's why I say I kind of did mine a little backwards, but I think my kids and my family and experience and stuff like
things
that
happen for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
It happened in those orders. So
yeah, everyone's different. Yeah, everyone's different. But the fact that y'all still believe in love, I ain't gonna try to hook y'all up with nobody else. I'm trying not to, but you know, hey, I'm a hopeless romantic. So, But have y'all ever thought about long distance dating?
I did long distance dating before.
How did that work out? Oof.
It didn't work out well, but it was interesting for the time being that we did. We did eventually get in the same city and stuff. So, well, no, we didn't. It was interesting, I would say that much. And difficult at times.
Yeah. That's probably
it is hard.
Yeah,
it is hard.
The distance is the major thing. I've done that too. I've done long distance dating too. And it has its challenges just like any relationship. But even more so strained because the distance. So when I want to like get in your face and let you know how I really feel, that FaceTime and then all that on the phone.
Yeah, that was something that we were doing. We were Skyping and
stuff
like that. And
that's hard.
FaceTime and all that stuff didn't
exist. Yeah, it wasn't
really exist. It was like Skype.
Yeah, so you have to get creative.
So you had to get creative with that.
Yeah,
and make time to like actually see each other. And we did make time to see each other. At least I did.
And see, that's another thing too. You don't want to feel like it's one sided.
Right, it's one sided.
Right.
Yeah,
it's one sided. So I would say, and it wasn't a long relationship at all. So
yeah, it definitely takes two with long distance relationship. It has some good and bad as well, like with any relationship, because I done that as well too. I look forward to when you do get to see that person. You know, that's when you say, I really miss you. Because you really miss that person, not having to see them all the time, every day. And like they say, the heart grow fonder and all that. Yeah, okay.
It does.
It does.
Then again,
Yeah. But the good thing about that is you don't have that person getting on your nerves all the time either.
True.
At times. It's a catch-22 with dating, period. What? Jackie, what you over there marinating on?
I'm just listening.
Jackie, have you ever did a long distance friend or boo?
No.
They ain't fly you out? Because the young girls say, listen. They be at the airport, boo flying me out. Okay. Hey, I'm telling you, times have changed. Time has definitely changed. You be like, so we gonna meet, and you long distance. You have to definitely plan.
You do.
Yes.
You have to plan.
You definitely have to plan and make sure your life and everything coordinates. Yeah, definitely coordinates.
True. Very true.
Yeah, so that's what's up. So let everybody know, what is it that keeps you going, and saying, like I said, y'all dating. So is it fun, or is it tiring or aggravating?
Dating?
Yeah, with the whole dating.
I'm into it. I like it.
You like it?
I feel like it's a good experience.
Okay.
Good for people to experience.
Yeah, at your age, you get to know different personalities.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I think because I'm getting old, I'm set in my ways. I'm like, like the wrong conversation had me going out the door.
Listen,
I'm that way too.
Are you? Yeah, exactly. You like that?
If I'm turned off, I probably won't text you back no more.
Yeah, you say the wrong thing. I just was like, that ain't what I want to hear. But okay. When you get the okay text, conversation done.
So
you got it.
So y'all just ghost them.
There you go.
I'm like, I don't want to talk to you no more.
Hey, listen. So when y'all first start meeting the guys and stuff like that, and you get the whole introduction, because it's almost like an interview.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is, and I am, and this, and whatever.
Questions. What I like.
Yeah. And expecting for them to really remember all that. Yeah, okay. They're going to remember keywords and key factors. So when y'all doing the same thing, are y'all really taking everything he's saying in at that moment, or are you just kind of like
I take it to
I am.
consideration.
I'm jotting stuff down
Yeah.
because
making notes?
I like to
just
remember.
make sure, you know, just in case I ask you this question again, you don't change your mind. It's the same.
Same answer.
You know,
I would say, yeah, I think I'm one of those people that analyzes things.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking
Yeah.
about
I
what you
overanalyze.
said. Me too. I overanalyze. So
I am a thinker.
I
That's
am
me. You
replaying
taking notes,
the
Jaquiria?
conversation. I'm replaying the conversation. If there's a text conversation, I'm going back through that conversation.
Baby, that's me.
And that's just
You taking notes?
just because
Yeah.
I want to, be sure to understand, or if there's something I need a point of clarity on, I may need to figure out a time to bring that back up.
Yeah.
But that's just, I think, most women.
Yeah, we are. Especially when you get a certain age and you have dating and you done seen it, you be like, I've been there, done that now. Let me wait a minute.
Let
and
me
I'm
compare and make
right.
sure it's not the same type of situation I've been in before. Yeah.
Yeah.
They sound a little skeptical.
I'm very transparent. So I put that out up front. I said right up front. I'm very transparent and I expect the same in return.
right.
So if that's what it is, I need you to say exactly what it is. Like, don't be beating around the bush with me, because I'm going to bring it back up. Verbatim. So yeah.
Word for word. You
Word.
ain't gonna miss a word. This is what you said on
Exactly.
this day, time, place.
Okay, you say you was taking your daughter where? And what time? And what time she had to be to work? And what time you picked her back up? Okay.
For September the 10th, that ain't what you said you was doing. Yes, I keep Texas, honey.
And paper trail.
Yes, ma'am.
As you said, women are detectives. We are
Yes,
investigating.
we are.
We are
Okay, so
investigating.
it's just not me, y'all. Everybody listening, it's just not us women.
All
It's
women
not
do
just
that.
yes, all women do that.
Unless we just,
In all
we just
ages.
don't want to know or we don't care.
Right. I'm telling you, listen. So okay, so once y'all get past that, and y'all figure like, okay, we might get to a second date or get something going. Then when do y'all tell the guy like, this is what I want, I'm looking forward to, my goals, my aspirations, like what I want in life as far as I want a serious relationship. I want to get married. I want to have kids. Do y'all put that up front or y'all kind of wait or, like how?
I kind of wait just a little bit because I'll be wanting to hear what they actually want, what they're looking for. Because that way, if I hear what they're looking for and it's something that I'm not looking for, then I know I ain't finna waste your time and you ain't finna waste mine.
Right.
So I kind of wait just a little bit.
Okay.
I definitely think that comes up in conversation. The deeper you get into interactions with that person, that comes up in conversation. So
Okay.
I
And
think
you
that's a
agree
natural
too.
conversation.
okay.
Like if it's brought up, then I would talk about it. But if it's not, then I would just wait.
Okay. Because I read Steve Harvey book, and what is it called? Think Like a Lady, Act Like a Man.
Yeah.
And in his book, he said that you should actually put it up front. When you first meet a guy, you should tell him, hey, this is what I want. These are my expectations. I want a family. I want to get married one day. I want to have a couple of baby kids, and that way the guy won't leave no room for a gray area as to why, like them not knowing what you want. Like I say, that was in his book, which is a really
Which
good
I
book.
read.
Yeah, and he said you put your expectations up front, that leaves no room for the gray area as far as the guy, because guys are simple. They are simple. So if you lay it out on the table and say, hey, this is what I want, these are my expectations, they can't say, oh, I didn't know, and then they give you the runaround and so on and so, which they can still do that anyways. But at the same time, you stand into your standards, your values, your morals, and your
My mom
expectations.
just told me that.
Your mom?
Yeah.
Shout out to moms, dudes. Yeah, exactly. So that's why I asked, because like sometimes we as women, like you say, you might wait to kind of see, but how long do you wait? Do you wait like 3 months later and y'all done,
I wait only to see like
when
how they are.
When I say wait, I'm not saying like 2-3 months later. I'm talking about into the conversation, because sometimes they'll tell you up front what they're looking for and what they're wanting,
Right.
and that'd be like maybe like you could be like a week into talking to someone, you know all about what they're already wanting, and then that's when you can kind of like fill them in. Okay, this is what I'm looking for.
Right.
I'm looking for this, that, and
Right.
if there's something that are you willing to have more kids? Are you willing to get married again? So those are the questions that you ask them.
Yeah.
And again, those are things that come up in conversation.
Yeah.
That the longer you have a conversations with someone, the easier it becomes to really open up about those things. That first date, the second date, that third date, maybe by the third date, you doing that kind of thing.
Yeah, at least by the
First
third
and
date.
You should be
date,
already knowing a little bit
Yeah.
about what they
Yeah.
want.
What they
back
want.
then.
Because there's conversations in between those dates that
Right,
you're
right,
having.
right.
So I'm thinking, it just comes up in conversation, but it comes up in conversation quite early.
It definitely do.
This
Yeah.
is not something that 3 months
Exactly.
down the line.
I would hope not.
Because if you sit around that long and you don't know what's going on with that man, you're going to be set up
Yeah.
for failure.
I would say within a month.
Right. And that's what they say. That's what he said. You should put it out there early
Pretty
on.
early.
Yeah, early on.
I agree.
So there won't be like, no miscommunications and stuff like that. And some people still, but if you feel like that's just a friend or a guy, you don't really see yourself like with that person, then I would say refrain from it, because if you don't really see, it's something where the potential or something like that don't have the potential of going anywhere, then yeah, don't even waste your time.
You kind of pick up on that in conversation too.
You do.
Yeah, like what she was saying, Jakiri was saying that the guys that she's dating, they're trying to get themselves together. So I don't expect her conversations to even pretty much be like that a whole lot. They might be like, I'm still trying to, finish school or get my career or, move out my parents' house or so on and so forth or whatever. They really trying, so their conversation, of course, at 21 is going to be way different at 30 and 40 and so on and so forth.
Well, I don't know, because some of these 40-year-old men be thinking they're 21 still.
Indeed.
And I think you pretty much know their goals right there.
Yeah, because that's
You know
another
what I'm
thing.
saying?
Speaking of, you should ask them, what's your long-term goals? What's your short-term goals? How do you see me in your life is when it comes to your goals and your things that you of that nature, what you planning for your future?
Right.
And you ask that question, and he be like, "Oh, well, I."
Right.
Yeah, and you just be, and it don't add up, and you just like, yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, I think that conversation is gonna be different for a 21-year-old.
Yeah,
That
they still
age
trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
Right.
They trying to
That's
figure
why
out
I
their
wait
life.
around. I see if they have potential or see if they have something going. And that's how it
So, Jakiri, what's your longest relationship you've been in? I mean, you're only 21, so.
Yeah, I only been in one relationship. It was a high school relationship from like 10th grade to when I graduated. It lasted about 4.5 years. It took us about a year to date.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that high school love.
High school.
Look, she just a blushing. Everybody can relate to that.
So that's my only relationship.
Okay. So was that the person you went to the prom and all that stuff with
Yeah.
too? Yeah. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah. No. Anyways. No, but yeah, I like that too. Like you grow up with that person. You see each other going through school and.
We was best friends first. Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's what's up.
It's,
That's
it's
what's up.
good to start off having a best friend.
It is.
Because they know everything about you.
That's true.
Yeah. And then like it's not many people that still are with their high school sweetheart. It's
That's very
far
true.
and in between.
Very true.
But those who are, my hat goes off to you. Like that's real love. And you don't see, especially if you like in your 30s.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
30s are hard.
Mhm.
30s I think is the hardest when it comes to dating.
It is.
It definitely is.
It
I
is.
think 30s, because 20s, you like, woo, I'm just doing me.
I'm glad I experienced it though.
Yeah. Yeah, a real like relationship and your high school sweetheart. Yeah. 20s, you like, woo, I'm just doing me. I'm feeling myself and, I'm just getting myself together and yada, yada, yada. 30s, you like, yeah. Time to be an adult and,
Yes.
yeah.
It's adulting.
Mature.
Yes.
You get.
Sure.
It's like you get way more mature when you get older.
Yeah, you got more responsibilities. yeah, your 30s, you're like, man, I'm just trying to keep my head on straight.
Yeah, you're winging it a whole lot in your 30s. Then I think, because in your 20s, of course, your parents are still there.
Yes.
They're still there for you to call and for you to, lean on. But you hit 30, they really expected you to have this together.
Yeah. Your friend.
And you don't.
Yeah.
You
And
don't
then
have
you
it
start
together.
seeing other, like your associates and your friends.
Getting
and they
married.
Yes,
have
and got
children
boyfriends.
and
I'm like, Lord,
everything.
is this gonna be
Yes.
my life? This is the life you had for me? This is what you see me as? Like, Jesus.
I feel
Yeah.
it. I saw a lot of my friends get married in their late 20s.
And they be want you to be in the
early
wedding.
30s, and you're like,
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's
30s are
insane.
harder.
They are harder.
By the time you get in your 40s, you know what you want.
Yeah.
I think you're much settled.
Mid
and-
30s, you definitely
Yeah.
know what you want.
Yeah.
I'm pushing
I would say
40
that.
soon, so I need to be.
Yeah, you want
Y,
you know
Z.
what you want. Your life should be like as far as your career, your head on straight. You really you know what you want by the time you get in your 40s.
I would agree.
If you don't, I pray for you.
I think, but what's interesting, I have found, because I'm 39, so I'll be 40 next year. So I found, I was like, I still feel so very young because I don't have I have responsibilities, but because I'm not married and I don't have children, it sort of feels like you still kind of like out
Yeah.
here
Yeah, trying to figure it
trying
out.
to figure it all
But
out.
by the time next year when you turn 40,
Hopefully it kicks in.
Trust
that
me.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I would say that definitely. But at the same time, I think as I've turned 39 and about to turn 40, I'm feeling a little bit more settled in who I am. And then accepting who I am.
there you go.
Right.
There you go.
So I think that's a big part of even the dating conversation when you get to your 30s and your 40s is knowing who you are and then accepting who you are and
Right.
saying, okay, this is who I am, and if they don't accept it.
Right.
It's all right.
Yeah, exactly. And then, like I say, with you ladies, y'all have your careers. Hey, you don't have to answer to nobody. Like you said, accepting who you are, you can pick and choose and how you want to do it. And same with you at 21. You still have your whole life. And I know you hear that all the time.
Yeah, I do.
But this should be inspiring to you.
Yeah,
Yeah, this definitely should be inspiring to you. Like, seriously.
Just make the choices that you want to make and know that, those choices will have some consequences down the road. So, just think hard about the choices that you make.
Yeah.
Be you. Don't let
Exactly.
no one change who you are.
Yeah.
Someone,
And then you at 21, so you can
Yes.
drink, you can do everything. Like, girl, you have your own business. Shout out to your business again.
Thank you.
So yeah, I'm so happy you ladies was able to join me. This has been so refreshing. Tell everybody where they can find you. I'll start with Jakiria.
You can find me on Instagram at the official Jakiria, and that's really all I'm good on Facebook.
See, 21 doing her thing. Lisa, tell everyone they can find you.
you can find me on Facebook, Lisa Lily Solomon, or on Instagram at Lily M Solomon.
And you also do baking and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yes, I do bake.
I'm telling you, y'all ladies, I'm talking about, she made the best red velvet cupcakes. I didn't even like red velvet. And I taste her cupcakes, and she made them for my mom, and I've been hooked. I won't even eat nobody else on. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you ladies bring so much. You know what I'm saying? You got your business, you can cook, and you can do your thing or whatever. Jackie, let everybody know where they can find you.
I am on Instagram, Miss Ford to you 79, and Facebook.
Okay,
Jackie
that's what's
Ford
up.
on
And Jackie,
Facebook.
she a manager. She holding it down. And yeah, I know that. I'm telling you, these ladies are a force to be reckoned with. I'm so happy. I'm so glad you ladies was able to join me. And I wish you all the best of luck when it comes to dating. But like, if you know who you are and you know what you got going on, try please. Do y'all think, okay?
Yes.
Thank
And this
you.
has been Topics to Discuss with your host, Patrice. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you, ladies. I hope y'all enjoyed. I definitely did.
I did.
I did very much so.
People was commenting and all that. I forgot all about the little thing was on
Me
there.
too.